Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Empress Aries 888. My name is Tanya. Well, please like on the way in. Give an energetic donation to the channel, helps me tune into you. Flip the roles as you see fit. Take what resonates and toss the rest. And look at all this smoke. Oh my lord, it's like a smoke screen up in here. Let's call in spirit. Let's get this party started, shall we? Spirit guides and angels of your whitest light, please give me a clear message for the collective, one that brings healing, hope, and understanding of their situation. Protect me as I open myself up to channel these messages and protect my beautiful collective. Hi everybody, it's lunchtime rewind. Let's get a smoke cleanse. Cleanse the cards. Cleanse this space. Cleanse me. Okay, protect me as I open myself up to channel these messages and protect my beautiful collective out there. Thank you for those who are tuning in, who are showing up, who are loyal to the channel. I so appreciate that. And for all you others, why haven't you? Come on, it's free, man. I ain't charging for this channel. So please, like, it doesn't hurt to press that button, and you'll be notified of future readings if you're interested. Okay, so I do have a song. I don't know why I keep saying I don't have a song. I do have a song, and it's a weird song. So it's like from Akon or something like that. I'm only gonna break your heart. 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 Yeah, that's the song. Which who the hell wants that song? But it's got a nice beat to it. If you're gonna break somebody's heart, you might as well be lyrical about it, I suppose. But that's the song. So yeah, and I know Karma's gonna get me back for being so cold. Yeah, that's a bone. Yeah, when you fall for me, I'm gonna tear you apart. Told you from the start. So maybe somebody was very clear about how they felt about a person or what was gonna happen in the connection. Like, if you choose me, I'm gonna break your heart. So let's get into it. I got the graffiti. I have another deck. What is it called? The Daydream Tarot deck. Yeah, Unspoken Truth will be one of them as well that we're going to go into. But let's do a little Reiki-esque. Please be patient with me with that. I do love this type of tarot Reiki type of thing. So just go with it. And if not, just, I don't have a timestamp, but you can just scroll ahead to the actual tarot reading if you're not interested. This is malachite. It's a beautiful stone. So I'm going to use that one. Malachite. Sodalite is sort of similar. For truth and clarity, perhaps. That's what I'm going to go with. If it's wrong, it's wrong. All of a sudden my throat is starting to... I think it's all the smoke. It's too much smoke. Maybe somebody doesn't want me to say the truth about what they're doing, but I have to be honest, okay? Even if it hurts. The truth hurts sometimes, okay? This is selenite stick for cleansing, grounding, cleanses your crystals as well as our mind. We want to focus, be very clear with our intentions. We need some protection always in every reading. Protect me as I open myself up, and I feel like I need to add the added verbiage of and close off any type of negativity that's coming into this reading, and just let me read without absorbing, because I need to do that. There you go. Because I can absorb as an empath, take on situations that are not my own, and I don't want to do that. So help me to focus on the reading without absorbing whatever negativity that's attached to the reading, because if it's somebody that's trying to break your heart, obviously that's going to be a sad reading. Hopefully there's a positive aspect to it. We can take it anyways as a positive aspect, that maybe you didn't know this person was doing you dirty, or that maybe you thought they were kidding, or they weren't going to follow through with it, or you didn't even know that that was their intention, was to break your heart. This is a chakra wand, and it has this clear intentions, right? So clear quartz on the end of it. So let's have a clear understanding of what is happening to us and what we can do, Spirit. This is my intentions for you, what we can do with the information that we're receiving. Set your intentions, my friend. This is a chakra wand. I absolutely love it. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to do the sound bowl. And if you... Oh, I do have the rattle today, so let's do the rattles. Just if you have any sound sensitivity or you're using headphones, lower the volume, because they can make some sounds. The sound bowl makes a noise. the rattle makes a noise, and I'm trying to be as quiet as possible, but lower it in 3, 2, 1, go. Clear off any negative energy, spirit. Keep any negative energy far removed from this reading. Thank you, spirit. And then we get the sound bowl. Okay, let's go. Alright, doing it a different way. Why not? It's my sound bowl and I'll tap if I want to. Tap how I want to. Tap how I want to. Alright, let's go. You must know by now that I'm not your huge. Okay? I'm not the usual tarot card reader, my friends. And that is okay. There's room enough for us all. There's room for everyone. Every type of person, the quirky, the weird, the serious, the feared. It's like we're all welcome here. And if people haven't said that to you, I'm saying it to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the shit show, babies. Because it's always something going down. And just to have a song like that in the reading, craziness, craziness. Although it does have a cool beat, I'm just saying, I love it. I would dance to it, but you know what I mean? Right now, I love that song. It's in my head. It's in my head. I don't know why it's in my head. It could be just because I like the song. Not because I am one of those people. I just like the beat of it. It's an absolutely terrible song. The message is an absolutely terrible song. The parent getting in the way, controlling. Somebody has a controlling parent, or they are a controlling parent. Oh my goodness, spiritual charlatan, damn. Yes, a bogus healer, a con artist, a spiritual fraudster, inauthentic. There you go. They're only going to break your heart if you listen to them, right? They're only going to break your heart. Yeah, and karma is going to get them for being so cold. I can promise you that. Especially that, I mean, hang on, let me get into this. Mental health issues, dear Lord. Are there any other gorgeous attributes this person has? Inconsistent behavior, trauma, post-traumatic stress disorder, mood swings, and easily triggered. Now, this is like going into the realm of mental health. And I am not a doctor, and I don't pretend to be one. I'm not a psychiatrist, a psychologist, or even study this stuff. I don't. This is reading energy. This is the energy being read. So, if you have any issues, we're not judging you here on this channel. If you have mental health disorders, it is fine. You are welcome here as well. But if you need help, there is help. I'm not the help, okay? Tarot is strictly for entertainment purposes only. It is not to change your life in a sense of like going verbatim by what a reader says to you. Any reader, not just myself. You should seek help medically or spiritually or emotionally if you need it. There are professionals out there. Tarot card readers are not professional psychiatrists, psychologists, or medical doctors, shamans, or anything else. So you should seek the help of those that you trust, not a person on YouTube or Twitch or any other forum that does tarot. Because tarot card readers are not doctors or medical professionals. I'm going to just throw that out there. Okay, excess baggage. The past is weighing them down. Obligations. Somebody has a lot of obligations. Maybe that is making them so-called, like, quote-unquote crazy. They don't know what to do with all the responsibilities. Maybe you help them with responsibilities, but you're no longer there. So, can you give me something on this charlatan? Spiritual charlatan. What is this about, Spirit? What's the charlatan about? So maybe in the excess baggage, maybe they have a lot of parental, like all of a sudden they're a single father, mother, they or them, that's doing the work themselves, where before they were co-parenting with somebody else, I'm hearing, and now they're doing it by themselves. Maybe they have physical custody of children, and it's too much. Because their mental health is being affected by the stress of it. Spiritual charlatan, please, Spirit. Spiritual charlatan. What's that about, Spirit? Spirit. I don't know. Stealing, no, stealth-like, I'm sorry. Takes actions and steps towards something bigger without announcing. Takes action. Somebody wants to take action towards you? Like in the shadows? Somebody is taking action in the shadows? What the hell? Full of air? This could be like a shadow king. A shadow warrior. Spiritual charlatan, shadows. A shadow worker. Full of air says a lot while saying nothing at all. So somebody could be like they're screaming at the wind, railing at everything that's happened to them, playing victim, adding to it, more like embellishing the situation, full of air. But this could be this could be more than one person here. Yeah. Because if you're like saying a lot of something and absolutely nothing, you're not going to be stealth about it. So the spiritual charlatan could be a shadow king or shadow warrior. This is another person. This could be a person that you had a relationship with and you're no longer working with this person anymore, and they are like opening their mouth, diarrhea of the mouth, as they say. Excuse that analogy because it's disgusting. But they may have mental health issues. They might be going crazy in their mind because you're no longer there to pick up the slack and help them. They need help. Yeah, they need help. And they clearly are not seeking it inside of themselves. They're looking for validation outside of themselves. Yeah. What's this excess baggage, Spirit? I think it could be about kids, though. The excess, there's too much responsibility for this person to handle. A bloodsucker. They're with an energy vampire, depriving you at your own expense. So this is a person who's using them. Maybe this is too much for this person. They're not realizing they're getting tired. They're getting drained by an energy vampire, a bloodsucker. Yeah, that's the excess baggage that they took on. Why did they take this person on, Spirit? What's this energy vampire? Why did they get involved with an energy vampire, Spirit? Spirit, come through. Top dog. Boss babe leveling up penthouse status. So they thought they were getting a penthouse playmate. Okay. So the person rizzed them. The person rizzed them. Okay, the person looked good on the outside, but they are a energy vampire, a bloodsucker, a user. Hell yeah. Alright, so they're using this person for their energy resources or resources in general. Now this person's overwhelmed because the person that they counted on to pick up the slack was you. And you are no longer there. So maybe they look to this energy vampire, this bloodsucker, for advice. Maybe this person, this top dog, this one that has all the answers, is this shadow king or shadow queen, whatever you want to call it, thinks that they're a spiritual charlatan. Maybe they play with cards, divination, and kitchen magic, as they say. But they're actually, confirmation, but they're actually using this person, stealth. Yeah, and your person could be this full of air, told them an awful lot of information that they're using against them. What did I say about before? You know, when you tell somebody something, it's like they can use it against you at a later date. Yes. That might have been what happened. They were going to them for advice, hanging out, chillaxing with the person, and the person was very easy on the eyes and very easy listening because they were stealth. They were listening, and they were going to use whatever information that this person gave them to take from them. Maybe even get rid of you. And your person's full of hot air. You know, they love to hear themselves speak, so they talked, right? Possibly has a mental health issue. Probably has this validation obsession, and they fell into the trap of a bloodsucker. Yeah, that's what happened, baby. That's what happened, and this person's only going to break their heart. They were only going to break your heart. Yeah. When you fall for me, I'm going to tear you apart. Told you from the start. So maybe they told this person, don't get, too attached. Because, not that they're going to break their heart, but don't get too attached because I'm not looking for anything permanent. And this person was like, talking. I don't care. I just want somebody like you on my arm. You know what I mean? They didn't say it like that, but that's what they were thinking. Like, damn, even if it's one night, it's going to be the best night of my life. Yeah. All right, so One of Pentacles. So this is a new beginning. So maybe they set out with this vampire to have this good time, this great experience. Rock the bed, break the back, whatever. The High Priestess. Somebody that has divination. I didn't put these in the reverse, but I have a feeling this person is using dark magic. This is the High Priestess. This is an energy vampire. This is a person who drains people of their resources as well as their energy. You could be much more tired and much more like broke ass when this person's done with you than in the start of the connection. There was a judgment. Like your person stood out to this person as what? A fool. Here's another sucker, right? There's a sucker born every minute. This is a person that this shadow works in the shadows, works in the dark, with their kitchen magic, with their spell work, with their moon magic, chaos magic, and beauty magic. This is a person who uses the Riz to get people and then drains them of their resources, their time, their energy. And it's a jealous energy too. It's almost like, oh, you don't like me, and they want you to prove and jump through hoops and do all kinds of things to prove that you like this person. They're on your ass day and night. Very controlling individual because they want to control your moves. They don't want you to find somebody else. They don't want you to catch on that they're just using you. So they love bomb you. They love bomb you. They're all up in your face, man, giving you time, attention, maybe more than you ever thought possible. Oh my God, this person's rocking my world. They want to be everything you ever wanted wrapped up in this beautiful package. But what was that song from Taylor Swift? Blank space. Okay, let's do blank space. All right, this is the part I like. Okay, let's get to it. Cherry lips, crystal skies, I can show you incredible things. Stolen kisses, pretty lies. You're the king, baby, I'm your queen. Find out what you want. Be that girl for a month. Wait, the worst is yet to come. Oh no. Screaming, crying, perfect storms. I can make all the tables turn. Rose garden filled with thorns. Keep you second guessing like, oh my God, who is she? I get drunk on jealousy, but you'll come back each time you leave. Cause darling, I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream. There you go. Amen. They're a darling dressed as a daydream. And it's funny because I didn't even plan to do this like situation. It was just a song about cheating, and it's the Daydream Tarot deck. So it's like, there you go. They're a daydream, but they're really a nightmare. And your person was like really struck by this person. And I feel like this person enhances their looks. I'm not saying they're not pretty or they're not handsome, but I feel like they enhance their looks through magic. They do. Nine of Pentacles. So they felt like they were going to get something from this fool, this person, your person. Pick them out in the crowd, right? Here's a person that's, they could tell, maybe they have like, they do energy work or something. I feel like they could have put a love spell on your person or an attraction spell on your person to be attracted to them. They might have had like not excessive, but they might have put like a spell on this person or put a spell on themselves to look better, like a beauty spell to enhance whatever it is. But I feel like it was more or less listening and getting to know your person so that they could fool them, riz them. Yeah, I think so. And your person fell for it, followed them, like followed that path. The lovers made the choice. So if you were in a relationship with this person, they let you go. Even if they were still living with you physically in the house, they let you go. They did. Seven of Cups. All this illusions, all these choices, right? They were like, this person, this shadow queen, I'm going to call them, like gave them the 411 on you because they, you know, maybe at first they were just listening, being a sympathetic ear, and then all of a sudden they're giving advice. Like, if you're not happy with this person, then why are you still with this person? If they're making you so miserable, as you're saying to me, right? Because this person's like I said, diarrhea of the mouth, full of hot air, telling all your business, then you should let them go. and go be happy. Life is short. You know, there's more than one fish in the sea. Right? Here we go. Here we go. Come here. Here we go. Here we go. Snap the fucking trap, baby. Yeah. Now you're mine. Ooh, little snap the trap. Snap the trap. Ooh, you're not getting out. You're not getting out. You're mine now. Yeah, that's how it goes. And now now your person's like running on empty. They're like, now they're having to validate this person. No, I don't want this other person. No, I want you. Oh my God. It's like prove it. Oh my Lord, help me please. Look at this. Yeah. Now you're trapped. Looks like fate, looks like eyes. Ooh, yeah, I'm watching you all the time. And this could be true. They're always watching your person. They're clocking your person all the time. Like, you're not getting away from me now. Now that I got my meal ticket. Now that I got my next person, right? My next victim. Yes, Seven of Swords. You're mine and you're going to be mine. You're not going anywhere. Ooh, child. Oh my God, Spirit, come through. And I don't know if this person's necessarily like aware that this is what's happening. I don't think they are. I think they were like so fixated on what this person was doing for them, how that person was making them feel good about themselves, or sexually feeling good about themselves. Maybe even like saying to this person, you were the best I've ever had. You were so good. Nobody's ever been like you. And even downplaying your gymnastics. Oh, I can't. So whatever. So they're at a crossroads and they chose this person over you. Bottom line, they became toxic. More toxic than they were before. Yep, and yep. They went down a dark road with this person, with this energy vampire, with this shadow queen. Okay? Let's face it. No longer living for others, but for this connection. It was like it overtook them. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It definitely overtook this person, where they didn't give a damn about you. They didn't give a damn about themselves. Confirmation. They didn't. They were just, yeah, the mattress. That's what it sounds like. It's just like busting the mattress and, you know, getting their thrills, getting, you know, their thrills on Blueberry Hills. It was like, oh my God, this is like rock my world, man. Yep. There's no one like you. I can't wait for nights with you. I imagine the things we'll do. I just want to be loved. More like, but by you. Oh my God. Yeah. Don't hurt me now, Shadow Queen. Or maybe just a little bit, spanking. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. So, yeah, that's what I think. Count it. Oh my God, please, Spirit. I don't want that in my head. Dang. All right, Spirit. All right, what's this about? No one else compares it. Ha! I can't even make this shit up. That's it. There's no one like you, man. You stand out in a crowd, Shadow Queen. Oh my Lord. They have a lot of experience, so they are like a courtesan. A courtesan, if I'm saying it right. Yeah, it's like one of those people that knows an awful lot and does an awful lot. If you know what I'm saying, what I'm putting down. Can you pick it up, what I'm putting down? No. Okay, whatever. But the truth isn't always black and white, okay? So what this person presented isn't what it is, okay? And let's see what else. Spirit, tell me some more. The hidden truth, please. Tell me the hidden truth about this situation. How's this person feeling about my collective? How's my person feeling about the collective? If I had cherished you more, would we have made it? Oh. Yeah. They're still thinking about you, kid. They haven't forgot you. But they had their own insecurities. I'm afraid to get close and terrified to lose you. And they did. They lost you by making this choice. And that was what the energy vampire, the Shadow Queen, wanted. They didn't give a shit that it was breaking your heart. They were happy about that. They feed off of negative energies. It's all like Monsters, Inc. You know, like Monsters, Inc., where they could, like, what is it, power a whole town by screams. It's like this person gets powered, feels powerful when they're miserable, when other people are miserable, when they're hurting people, whether it's physically, right? or whether it's emotionally, it's like they don't give a shit. It's like they just want misery. Misery powers this person because this person was hurt when they were growing up. It's a real childhood issue. Maybe they had a violent parent or violent parents, maybe a parent or a parental or an adult caregiver of theirs, somebody that took care of them, somebody they should have trusted or should have been able to trust, sexually violated this person. And it set them down a dark road of revenge in a sense of like, I don't give a fuck about anybody because nobody cared about me when I needed somebody to help me the most. So it's almost like this vengeful, and as far as like with men or women, if they're a female going after men, let's put it that way, because you can fill in the blanks of if it's a man with a man, a woman with a woman, whatever the heck, it doesn't really fucking matter, it's energy, okay? But I'm going to use the analogy of a man and a woman. So if this is a woman going after a man, maybe they were violated by a man. Maybe men treat them so shabbily and disrespectfully in their life. They've been treated by men in such a shabby way that they feel like if men can do it, so can we. So can women. So I don't give a shit about a man. I'll use my body, but I'm going to use everything else on that man until there's nothing left. Drain them. And then move on to the next bitch because that's how it is. That's how they feel. Yep. Any other advice or like reading into the situation? I really thought you'd always be here. So they always thought that you would be with them. And maybe you are energetically. Maybe you still connected to this person. Maybe you are in the 5D, but you're not in the 3D. You've walked away from this person based on their actions and based on their choices. It was kind of like they self-sabotage this connection, and then afterwards, it's like hindsight. They actually really walked away from themselves. And I know that sounds, how the hell is that possible? And it was me, they fucked over. Yeah, they did, but they fucked themselves over. Because they're the ones that are suffering with this person. They're not happy with this person no matter what they do. I don't give a shit if they do gymnastics, yoga, poses, the Kama Sutra. Doesn't matter. It's not real love. It's just a fuck fest. That's all it is. Yeah, that's the truth. Yep. And it says right here, the bottom to the top, trust your gut. It's really wrong. Your intuition. This person is realizing, and they're gonna realize that this person's just using their ass, I feel like you know what's going on there, even if you're not there in the bed with them, you know what's going on there. It's crazy. It's not happiness there. A temporary pleasure for a lifetime of regret. That's what that is. I tried to fall for somebody else, but no one compares. Nothing compares to you. Yeah, it's the missing piece. You're the puzzle. And it says, I won't lie, I still check up on you sometimes. Yep. So don't think for a second that this person is living this idyllic life, even if it looks good on paper, even if they're showing that in person. Like you visit them, or if you had a connection with them with family and you're still dealing with them on that level. You have to talk to them or whatever, and they're acting like everything's great. My God, my life is like, everything's coming up roses. Yeah, it's rotten roses from a thorny fucking garden. Come on. Don't play me. Please. You ain't happy? How could you when you're not in their life? It's a joke. They played themselves for a fool. And then this person's playing them like a fiddle, but they're only using them as long... They know that the jig is going to be up and this person's going to walk away like other people because they sabotage their own life, this shadow queen, They don't stay long anyways. Until they get what they want out of the person, then they walk away. But it's like, they know that the jig is up. This person doesn't love them. They know that. They don't even love themselves, the shadow queen. How the fuck are they going to attract somebody that actually loves them, right? This is all revenge. And it's not going to work out for this shadow queen either. The more sexually they attach themselves to these different entities is the worse that this person's tying themselves down. They think that they got it all going on. They, magically, but they're not removing the stain of what's going on here. They're not. These attachments are weighing this person down. There's so many ties that this person has. So many energetic cords. And they're being weighed down by them. The sun. the sun. They thought that the sun was going to shine upon this person, that they were going to be at a 10 of cups. They were going to be able to have this idyllic life. They set themselves up to fail in connections, the Shadow Queen. Even your person thought that they were getting so much happiness. It was like a new day has dawned. And all they did was get themselves screwed. They got themselves, now they're isolated. The Hermit is here, isolated from other people because the Shadow Queen is like so controlling and forcing them to like make choices, choose me, or even their kids. You know what I mean? It's not even a priority as much as this Shadow Queen is, because that's what the Shadow Queen wants. I feel like it's going to come to a point where this person's going to wake up and recognize that, no, if it's their kids come before the Shadow Queen. And that they're going to make a choice away from this person. And I feel like they could be doing that now, giving a little bit of a, the newness of it has worn off, and they're starting to fight back a bit with this Shadow Queen. 7 of Wands is here. So, I mean, I feel like they're getting the courage. This is what I just said. They're getting courage. They're standing up for themselves. They're not just doing everything that the Shadow Queen wants. 7 of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're immature, though. The Knight. They come in quick, and they leave just as quick. Your person could be one of those flingers. I'm gonna use a new word. Flingers. They like flings. They don't like cementing connections. They could have cemented the connection with you and then felt like, oh God, I tied myself down. And then tried to prove something, their manhood, or they still had it. And then they got trapped with this Shadow Queen. They weren't loyal to you, though. Not at all. They had the 10 of Cups with you. They didn't appreciate it. And it's always hindsight afterwards. They didn't think you'd leave no matter what fuck shit they put in front of you. No matter how many times they cheated on you, no matter how many times they chose somebody else, no matter how many times they chose themselves over you. They forced your hand, and it was like one too many times. The Magician. Yeah. They could be manifesting you back into their world. Praying to God. Spirit. 7 of Cups is here. Yeah, all these choices and fantasies and illusions, they're all like coming to a crashing end. All of these bowls they had up in the air, I have this one, that one, and a third. They don't have nothing at the end of the day. All they have is the memory of you, and they got to sit with that. That's their karma. That's their karma. The karmic lesson is that if you don't love yourself, you're always going to be ruled by something. If you're ruled, in this world, there are so many options and so many multiple choices that you can pick. And that's where wisdom comes in. Because you can certainly get trapped in any of these scenarios. Too much of a good thing is just too much, right? What does it say? Enough is enough and too much is good for nothing. Too much is good for nothing. In any avenue, moderation is the key. If this person's dipping in the well of septic, people that don't even appreciate their own bodies and just look at it as a vessel to control somebody else, they're going to attach themselves to something that they're not going to get out of that easy. Who knows if there's STDs that are attached to that. This person's drained all the time, feeling lousy all the time. Look inward and go to a doctor, man. I'm telling you. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. 6 of Cups. They had it with you. They're realizing in their moments alone when they're not being controlled physically in the same environment as this person. They had it all with you. They realize that. Not that they're going to admit it to anybody right now, but they're finding this out. Yeah. They're curious about you. They're looking at you from fresh eyes, different perspective. Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's hardships, they're taking hits financially. Because this person is asking a lot of them. 10 of Swords, this person's backstabbing them. I feel like they're realizing that this wonderful, dream-like individual was really a nightmare. They're waking up from the nightmare. and realizing that the creature on the side of them is not who they seem. And they're not using their magic. Confirmation. Seven of Swords. This is a person to deceive them. This is a person that's an op. Yeah. And this is a person that requires and demands control. They wanted stability. They wanted your person's stability. Whatever your person had, they felt like this is the person I need to attach myself to today. It wasn't going to be forever. It was just going to go down in flames like the song. It always does, because this person ensures that it goes down in flames, this Shadow Queen. They don't want to be attached to anybody. What is it? The song, don't want to fall in love, no, no. Love cuts just like a knife. Ooh, you make the knife feel good, baby. I'll fight you till the end. Don't want to fall in love. They don't want to fall in love. They understand sex. They understand what it's for. They understand the release of it. They understand all of that. And they understand the attachment magically that it can gain them power. But they don't want to be controlled. That's a big thing. They don't want to be controlled. They'll let you think you're in control while they're like pulling the puppet strings. You know? They know what to say and how to say it and how to make a person feel good. But they're not going to be controlled by a person. They'll just give you enough rope to hang yourself. And then it's like a sneak attack, you know? And they'll come up from behind, man. Cut your throat. That's how they are. They're a survivor. And a survivor has nothing to lose. In a sense, right? They got nothing, so they have nothing to lose. They're going to fight till the end, man. And they're cornered. For real. You better believe it. Spirit, why are you being tight-lipped now? Close encounter. Divinely protected. So close, potentially harmful. Heightened sense of vulnerability. So you are protected. And you might have been divinely guided out at a certain time in this connection. You might have been living in this situation while they were entertaining this person. And they might have wanted to take you out. And not on a date. Take you out of this earth. Dispense of you. Because you were in their way of getting their abundance. Yeah, cloak and disguise. Conceals true identity. Mysterious, not showing all their cards. Look at this. This is what they really look like when the mask comes off. It's like vicious. Cutthroat. Now you see them, now you don't. They might do disappearing acts. They're in the person's life, and they love bomb, and then all of a sudden they ghost. Yeah. That's what they're doing to control your person. So your person, toes the line. Silent treatment and manipulation. And that's how they keep coming running back for more for that Kama Sutra. What number are we on tonight, baby? Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I bet you your person wasn't as flexible as me, baby. Say it, say it. Oh, my God, yeah. Oh, nobody's like you. Yeah, nobody's like you. Exactly. Who the hell wants this creature from the deep? Damn. Listen, Loch Ness, get the hell back in your fucking cave. Damn. Go back. Go back to where you came from, man. Frick. They said there's no aliens? I don't know. Not convinced anymore. Smoke and mirrors, misleading and embellishing. Exactly. All friendly, all kind, and then pulls the rug right out from underneath your feet. Hey. All right, Spirit, let's get going. Any other cards you have for advice or that you can give to this person? Because we're already 41 minutes in. My goodness. Time flies when you're having fun, my friends. All right. On a mission, determined and focus is in the reverse. So the whatever they're doing is not going to work because it's wearing off. Whatever it is, it's wearing off. Your person's getting the point. They're in isolation right now, remote and alone and deserted and feeling rejected, right? They might have given this person that magical push in the dark way, that it was your fault. Maybe sending them nightmarish, dreams about you leaving them, you finding somebody else, you cheating on them. I'm telling you, they're planting stuff in this guy's head or this girl's head. Case of the ex. Ex won't go away. Lingering feelings for ex, relationship with ex. So this is a person that They try to make them forget you, but they can't. This person is holding on to your energy, your ex. They don't want to let you go because you are the kindest person in the room. You are nothing like this person. Nothing like this vicious bitch that is doing the most so that they can gain the most. And they don't matter who they step on in order to get it. And that's their mission while they're here, but it's not going to last. And they know it. They already know it because they've been through this playbook with other people before, taking people's mans, taking them away, cheating, you know what I mean? They feel good at the moment, and then all of a sudden it goes by the wayside. A mama's boy. Her opinion is the most important. Places mother above everybody else in the reverse. So they could have a mother that they did place above everybody else, but now this person's the number one. Oh yeah, this is a mama's boy in the past. Maybe they don't have a mom anymore. Maybe this person wanted them to think they were everything. I'm going to be everything to you. And they gave them nothing. Absolutely nothing. Any other card, Spirit? Before we go. Divine Masculine. The yin to yang. This could be your twin flame. Could be your twin flame this happened to. Fade away. Problems will be behind you. This will disappear out of your lifetime to heal. Move on. You need to move on. Don't wait for anybody. Don't wait for anybody. Okay? This person needs a lesson that only this Shadow Queen, this comet, can teach them. You cannot teach them this lesson because you are not that low vibing. You're not that down low. This is a lesson that they went towards. This is a person. This is a choice. They made this choice to come here to learn this lesson from this individual. So let them. It's the kind thing to do. And it's going to teach this Shadow Queen a lesson as well. That no matter what they do, if a person truly loves you, they're never going to forget you. Thank you so much for joining me on Empress Aries 888. Please like and subscribe and join my tribe because I would love to have you as part of my soul family. Thank you so much, fams. I'll see you on the next one. Till next time, be safe. Be blessed.